All right. Well, let's jump right in. We'll start with some college football. The coaches poll released today. So not the AP, not the one that has like a ton of value, but they almost always mirror each other. So I don't think it's unfair to kind of dive in and try to read the tea leaves on this a little bit.
Right.
I'm not a huge fan of college football and the way they have their polling set up, but there's only so much you can do when you have that many teams and you need to try to figure out who's the best. So we can go through and kind of take a look at who's on the list.
Mm-hmm.
But I did do a little deeper dive because it always kind of intrigues me. We got the list, but what does it all mean? So in your coaches,
Basil.
that's what we try to figure out on this show, right? So Texas got 28 number one votes, and they are your top seed. So if you're looking for the Longhorns in your poll, congratulations, they did it. They won the national. Oh wait, no, they didn't. They haven't won anything.
They won the preseason national title.
Well, and how much of this is coincidental that they're playing the number 2 seed to open the season? So
Yes.
Hey, coaches, let's just put them at number 1 and 2 because we know it will be settled right out of the gates.
That was Patrick's tinfoil hat point today too.
I don't think he's necessarily wrong about this. This is a coaches poll, which is really the sports information director's poll, but it is not the AP poll. But again, I think they probably have some communication with that. So you've got 21st place votes there. Funny that Ohio State is higher in the coaches poll than they were in the Big Ten media poll. Penn State, number 14. Georgia had 3. I'm sorry, Penn State, 14 first place votes, number 3. Georgia, 3 first place votes, number 4. Notre Dame, number 5. Clemson actually got 2 first place votes, but it's 6. Oregon, 7. Alabama, 8. LSU, 9. Miami, 10. That is how your list shakes out. So what I did was I just kind of pulled it up because out of curiosity, I didn't really know the context of this. How often do teams actually go wire to wire or start number 1 and finish number 1?
Okay.
So what I did was I pulled up the whole history of the AP poll because the coaches poll only goes back to 1950. And there is a lot of teams that started number 1 and finished number 1. But a lot of those are Notre Dame in the 1940s, and there's a Notre Dame in the 1960s, and there's an Alabama in 65, and all of those. So I went, all right, let's try to figure out a line of demarcation where we can actually put this to matter. And until 1998, and the championship played in 1999, you didn't really have a championship game. So I went back to the BCS. I didn't go back to 2000. I went back to 1998. Tennessee finished number 1. They won the first BCS championship game. Do you know any idea where they might have been ranked in the preseason?
And this was what year again? I'm sorry?
1998 would have been the preseason. 1999 would have been the first BCS.
Probably, is this the first year post Peyton Manning, I'm guessing?
Yeah, they didn't win it with him.
T. Martin.
Yep, you got it.
Well, let's see. Yeah, because they did wind up winning it that year. Did they? Well, I'm guessing probably post Peyton Manning. They probably started outside the 25.
No, they were number 2. They were number 2. Yeah, so they still
got the big brain on Brad.
Still had a pretty good.
I am a sports radio talk professional.
You're doing great. Hey, you're recovering from the weekend. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about that. So I just looked at it. All the rankings. If you go back to 1998, there are 10 teams that were in the preseason poll number 1 spot that won the national championship.
All right.
That includes 2000's Oklahoma team, 2001 and 2002 Miami of Florida, not of Ohio. Want to make sure. I wasn't going to point that out, but for you, guessing that Tennessee was outside of the top 25.
Go Bobcats.
Thought you might not know. 2004, USC went wire to wire. That's the last team to do that, where they never left the number 1 spot. And Texas did it in 2005, but that's a pretty healthy concentration of just the few years of the first BCS where they kind of nailed it. 8 2 seeds in that 27 years or 26 years, I guess, of that we're looking at right now. 8 teams that started in the 2 spot, only 3 teams that started in the number 3 spot, no teams that started at number 4, 2 at 5, 2 at 6, 1 at 7, and then there's one big outlier. Can you guess the furthest from the number 1 spot? They were in the top 25.
Okay.
But the furthest from the number 1 spot to win a national championship.
And you just finished going through, what would you say, was it the top 7 or 8? And how many each they had?
Yeah, so the number 7, LSU in 2007 was a 7 seed.
Okay.
And they were the highest that I listed. There's only one more on the list.
I'm going to go with 12, Bob.
It is 23.
Wow, okay.
The 2010 Auburn Tigers started the preseason poll ranked at number 23.
Forwards.
Yeah.
Michael Dyer was down.
That's why I bring it up, my friend. That's why I bring it up. Now, okay, so now let's go to look at the playoff era, just see if there's any difference.
Yes.
There has only been one seed to win since we've had a 14 playoff.
Wow.
So if you cut it off at the Ohio State Championship in 2014, they actually started as a 5 seed and won that year. There was only one team. The 2017 Alabama Crimson Tide was a 1 seed. They went on to win the actual title. There are 4 2 seeds, including the last 2 years. Ohio State and Michigan were both 2 seeds. Clemson was a 2 seed. Both times they won it in 16 and 18. There are 3 seeds, 2 of the Alabama teams and Georgia in 2022. And then there are 2 5 seeds. Obviously, no 4 seed because there was not one before.
Right.
And then there's 1 6 seed, which is LSU again, coming way out off the top rope with Joe Burrow.
Basically, that number 1 seed, kiss of death.
Well, it's not great. The 4 seed and the 1 seed may be the kisses of death. So now if we want to go back and look at it, your 1 seed Texas might not be your favorite. But here's the other one. Georgia's number 4. So can they be the first 4 seed? And this goes all the way back to the BCS era.
Right.
A 4 seed has not won in 27 years. So if you're looking at it, there is a 7 seed that's won it. So Oregon at number 7, they won it in the BCS era, but they did not. They also won in the have not won in the playoff era.
Right.
Of course,
Gotcha.
this is a new playoff era.
Yes.
So it is very different. But little context to your
Interesting.
poll. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
I find it to be a little bit fascinating. So I wanted to share that with you. So if you're looking at the poll going, hey, Texas is number 1, they think they're going to win it. Don't be so fast.
Not so fast, my friend. Yeah.
Just go from there. But it does set up, I will go with Patrick, the tinfoil hat on that is ready to be fitted for anybody that wants to think that they're trying to sell that game.
Yeah.
Because if they were ranked 4 and 6, nobody'd watch.
Yeah, no, of course not. No.
Ready for some jokes?
Nobody wants that garbage.
Yeah.
4 and 6.